Miller with a strong finish.
Beautiful left-hand drive as the shot clock was going down. Situational awareness.
Mercy Miller's getting a lot of minutes in the first half and playing well.
And give Kelvin Sampson credit. He's developed this depth over the course of the season.
A minute and 14 away from the Sargento halftime report. An update on UConn and St. John's. How about that game between Arkansas and Ole Miss? Reese, J. Will, and Coach will tell you all about it on the Sargento halftime report.
You do know their names. Impressive.
Thank you for writing them down for me. I might forget them by the next time. It's always touch and go.
Good pass.
Burry's wide open. He hits it. All of a sudden, Braden Burry's, knocks down a couple of threes. A guy who can light it up. Their leading scorer on the season. Back-to-back trays for the Cats.
And Braden Burry's did it with movement. He relocated from the top down to the corner, made himself available.
He's got their last 8. As McCarty is fouled, going up for a rebound on the weak side.
I know Kelvin Sampson's not going to be happy with his defense giving up the middle, giving up the paint. But part of what made that play was Braden Burry's relocating to the corner. Smart cut to get the layup off the pass from Koa Pete. And then Koa Pete returning the favor, or duplicating the favor and kicking it out for a catch-and-shoot 3 up top. Boy, when you have a shooter like Braden Burry's, who's also a smart cutter, that makes you really difficult to guard.
Burry's one of 5 finalists this year for the Jerry West Award as the most outstanding shooting guard in college basketball. One of 2. From Miller.
Opportunity if you want for a 2-for-1, but I think Arizona just wants to get a good shot here.
Bradley looking back towards his bench, seeing if they've got any specific instructions. Still looking back.
They're making a play call.
Burries has to avoid Tugler. Tough shot in some traffic, and all of a sudden, he is feeling it.
He got bumped, but that bump came from the Koa Pete screen of Mercy Miller. Just screened him right into him.
He's got Arizona's last 10 points, and they've got an 8-point lead.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel all right. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Well, Braden Burries did not make a field goal in the semifinal game last night. Just had an off night. Started very slowly tonight with a couple of air balls on 3-point attempts. And then all of a sudden, Jay, after a couple of free throws, it's like he flipped the switch, and now he's back to looking like himself.
Yeah, he has found his rhythm, made that last one. That one dribble pull-up, getting hit by Mercy Miller. But I think the reason the officials didn't call it was Koa Pete laid a screen on Miller and actually screened him right in to Braden Burries.
Their last 4 field goals, 2 2s, 2 3s. Houston ball with the shot clock turned off here in the closing seconds of the half.
You got to think that Emmanuel Sharp was inserted into this lineup to get a 3.
The tip, wave it off. It's going to be basket interference on the Cougars. Kelvin Sampson does not like that call one bit. And Arizona's got a little bit of time here, almost 3 seconds, as Del Orso checks back in.
And Kelvin Sampson was asking for a foul. I don't know if they're going to take a replay here, but he felt like Flemings got fouled when he went up.
Perhaps challenging the basket interference call. Tommy Lloyd is asking for an explanation of exactly what was it that Kelvin Sampson wanted right now. And it does look like Marcus Pettigrew and Kim Kissinger, Doug Sermons as well.
The previous play has been challenged by Houston.
So Kelvin Sampson is
basket interference,
challenging the basket interference call. If they overrule it and this is successful, it'll be a basket. Ooh. I don't know how you judge these. These are tough. Do you think it came out of the cylinder?
Well, it was out of the cylinder, but if it's over any part of the cylinder, I think that's still up there. I think that's going to be upheld.
A great effort by Tugler, but was the ball still over the cylinder to any extent?
Now, he can take it from outside the cylinder and put it in over, obviously, but I think this is going to be upheld. That looks like it's part of the ball is still over the front of the rim.
And because the call was basket interference, you need clear and convincing evidence to overturn it, and I don't know that they have that.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
Hard to tell from that angle.
After review, the play has been deemed an unsuccessful challenge. Houston number 11 had his hand over the ball when the ball was over the cylinder. Houston is out of challenges for the rest of the game.
So an unsuccessful challenge, the call stands. It is basket interference, so no basket. They can't challenge anymore. They lose a timeout as well. And Arizona gets the ball back, and they put a little time back on the clock as well. Del Orso gets it off and cannot hit as the first half comes to a close. Arizona with Braden Burries getting hot at the end. Jaden Bradley having a great first half. Koa Pete as well. They're up by 8. Chris is with Tommy Lloyd.
Braden Burries finding some success there on the offensive end. How have you guys been able to do it against such an aggressive defense?
Well, I mean, on the offensive end, we got in the bonus. That helped, and then Burries knocked down a couple of threes. You know, they're a really good defensive team, so anytime you can make an open shot, I feel it's quite a relief.
What do you guys need defensively in the final 20 to come away with a championship?
Well, to me, they kind of went to their ISO game there a little bit, so we got to do a better job individually guarding some of their tendencies of playing clean without fouling. And if they miss a shot, we got to find a way to get a rebound.
Thank you, Coach.
The championship game here with the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City, and the top seed Arizona with Burries getting hot late in the first half with an 8-point lead on the 2 seed, the Houston Cougars. We got a good one going on here. It is time now for the Sargento halftime report, and you know what that means. Reese and the guys.
Come on.
Come on. Really, Dan? What a great first half call by Dan and an analyst. Glad to have you with us on the Sargento halftime report. Braden Burries, man, late in the half, he started this game.
Did you know that QuickBooks users find an average of $6,000 in tax savings? Maximize tax savings for your business of one. Easily track expenses by snapping a photo of a receipt and categorizing with a tap. Get every deduction you deserve with QuickBooks. Download now.
Year in the ACC tournament final and feeling a little bit nervous, my shot not going down, and I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to have a senior, the ACC Player of the Year, and Chris Carrawell really set the tone, and that's what Jaden Bradley has done in this game, scoring 13 points in the first half. Not only did he call game last night against Iowa State, made 2 critical shots down the stretch considering the game winner, but a guy who understands time and situation and rhythm, made a 3 set. We talk about him loving to get to his right hand, but he got there at will. And he's the type of player that keeps you in the game and keeps you steady when your 2 freshmen feel a little bit rocky, and Pete and Burries.
And he was really good defensively also on Fleming early in the beginning of that half.
41% of Arizona's 44 points in the first half, courtesy of Jaden Bradley, either scoring them or assisting on them, seeing why he was the Big 12 Player of the Year, that veteran leadership. And you always see Arizona sends out somebody else. Last night it was Del Orso who gave them a lift when they needed it. Tonight, Burries gets it going. And they have an 8-point lead at halftime as they're trying to win the Big 12 tournament. Big 10 semifinals. Yaxel had a moment.
This halftime report is presented by Sargento Natural American Cheese.
Hello to Sargento 100% natural American cheese. Taste the difference of 100% natural American cheese.
And don't you come back no more.
Sargento, a promise you can taste.
The pressure was on. So I saddled up on the Consumer Reports recommended John Deere X354 lawn tractor. I hugged the turns tight, made a razor-sharp cut, and got the heck out of Dodge.
Lawn looks great.
Much obliged.
What's with the voice?
Nothing.
When your grass is tall and the stakes are high, the X354 delivers. Learn more at an authorized John Deere dealer.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, yo. Swear's that. Yo, niftily. Yo, we can make it. Hip to me. What we are, cuz what we be the epitome, do, da, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
This or that.
So you guys are just like State Farm, right? So that's a no then.
Stop living on a prayer and get State Farm.
Get your popcorn ready.
She's strong. She's physical.
March Madness begins March 18th on ABC, ESPN, and streaming on the ESPN app.
Kona Big Wave. Liquid Allure.
Good days start with homemade breakfast sandwiches. Technically, so can bad days. But come on, how can you have a bad day after eating bacon and eggs smothered in Land O'Lakes cheese? Eat it like you own it.
Welcome back to the Sargento Halftime Report.
Big East Championship game in Madison Square Garden. My goodness, St. John's scored 40 points the last time they met UConn, missed their last 24 shots. Of the first 24 they took in this game, they made 14 of them. And they have a big lead. Wisconsin and Michigan in the Big Ten semifinal day, tied up late. Yaxel Lindeborg.
That is a return on investment. He makes the biggest shot of the day. 10 points in the second half. The best player steps up in the biggest moment.
68-65. It'll be Michigan and Purdue for the Big Ten title tomorrow. Ole Miss and Arkansas.
Stop the ball, stop the ball, stop the ball, stop the ball, stop the ball. Nobody's going to stop the ball.
They did not. A.J. Storr went end-to-end in the 15th seed. There are only 16 teams in the conference. Ole Miss pushed it into overtime against Arkansas, the 3 seed. Ole Miss had lost 12 of its last 13 regular season games. They kept fighting. 1-point game late. Darius Acuff didn't have the greatest shooting game, but he made clutch baskets when he had to. A.J. Storr had every answer in the world. And there was a better look at a 3 that Ole Miss got with a chance to tie earlier. They had one more, didn't get it done. And it will be Arkansas going to the championship game against the hometown Vanderbilt. I'm going to tell you, Florida started feeling itself a little bit, and Vandy put them back in their place.
I love this backcourt with Vanderbilt. Duke Miles gets healthy. Tyler Tanner combined for 35 points and 15 assists in this smackdown.
And how about Jalen Washington giving him some signs up front?
He was
at
terrific.
17 in that game. He was huge.
North Carolina's transfer was big. Vanderbilt in the conference championship game against Arkansas. Burries with the big three. Arizona's up.
Helping Adrian Brody prepare for his role as a TurboTax expert has been interesting. We do people's taxes so they can relax.
Yeah, I know, but it's taxes. So when do they cry?
No, they don't cry.
No crying.
They just go home happy.
Can I cry? Check it out. Now that I've reevaluated my workplace benefits and retirement savings with Voya, I'm feeling great. How's your retirement plan going?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm ignoring it and hoping for the best.
Ignoring it?
And hoping for the best.
Well, Voya is helping me make the right benefit and investment choices for my future.
Check this out, though. Come on, good retirement. Cool, right?
Don't just hope for a strong future, plan for one with Voya. Plan, invest, protect.
This has gotten so out of hand.
I feel liberated, over medicated.
So what's next?
We're gonna take this city back.
This should be tons of fun.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for everyone.
Seashells! You got anything more boutique?
Oui, right this way.
Now we're talking.
What about something more family-friendly?
Maybe a resort with a water park?
Or somewhere less family-friendly?
Yep, one Vegas hotel for the bride-to-be.
What if we hate everything?
We have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.com.
I've got this old bike from another store, and I got the receipt right here. I'd like for you to beat it with a better deal on the souped-up model.
What?
What? At Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal.
Isn't Verizon expensive?
No, better deal. Best network.
I'm sorry, man.
Only Verizon lets you bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal.
Hey, that's a stationary bike.
No, I know.
Have a great day.
You're not as cool as Verizon.
When a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life would revolve around the shopping cart, shopping cart, shopping
But that never happened. Geico got it fixed fast.
Soup time.
It feels good to get going again. It feels good to Geico.
This halftime report is presented by Sargento Natural American Cheese.
The most exciting day of the year, the day that teams hear their names called for the NCAA tournament. There are some really difficult choices to make. They look like Final Four good.
When teams like that come into a tournament, these dudes expect to win and try to make something special happen.
We are ready to roll on bracketology. We'll be with you on SportsCenter, then bracketology, and also later tonight it'll be the ACC Championship game, Cam Boozer and Duke against Virginia.
How will Cam Boozer handle the size of Yenso and Grunlow down low, a team that leads the nation in block shots per game? Last time these two teams played, Virginia 35 under 55 shots from the three. I can tell you a fact that they are going to play downhill, not settle, attack, and make Cam Boozer defend.
Duke was at full strength, but the Blue Devils blew them out in the meeting just a couple of weeks ago. Now, our game here in the Big 12 championship game, Arizona has an 8-point lead on Houston. What type of adjustments in the second half?
I would say for Houston, for Kingston Fleming, hey, they want to blitz that ball screen, Seth. Let them come up and blitz it, pass it, get it back, kind of rescreen, off and rescreen. Emmanuel Sharp's got to come in and make a couple of shots, but Arizona, pound the paint, pound the glass. That's how you win this basketball game.
Teams headed back on the floor. Dan and Jay will have the second half. This has been the Sargento halftime report.
Meet Coach Niall Ivey, the very definition of a player's coach. Coach Ivey takes care of the talent on her team the same way you take care of the talent on yours. Principal, proud sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking
It's Lakers on ABC.
The Players' Championship continues through Sunday, live on ESPN.
Once you pop, you might find your flock.
Heart emoji. Heart emoji.
The best group chats happen in real life.
He's so funny. I love you guys.
Commit to your true passion. Become a trusted partner. This is what we mean by dedicated to everyday excellence.
Every shape, every curve, every rib, every edge was done purposefully so we can get the best performance out of this iron.
Welcome back to ESPN's Champ Week, presented by Principal. This is the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. Kingston Flemings, 17 in the quarters, 21 in the semis, 6 so far tonight. Arizona has been able to contain the outstanding guard for the Cougars. Braden Burries did not start off hot, but boy did he finish hot. 2 twos, 2 threes, and Arizona's last 10 points of the half. The Wildcats lead by 8. Welcome back, Dan Schulman and Jay Billis. I did not have both teams shooting 50% in the half against each other on my bingo card tonight.
Nor did I, with the physicality and the outstanding defense of these two teams. I think the difference is that Arizona was able to get to the free throw line more often, and Arizona did not turn the ball over. Houston wasn't able to force turnovers to get anything in transition.
Let's take a look now at our experts at work, brought to you by Principal.
Well, Arizona had 3 players that had excellent first half, starting with Koa Pete. When he's got a guard on him trying to block out, he just overpowered Milos Uzan. Gets up with that left hand, tips it in. He had 3 offensive rebounds, and then a miscommunication in ball screen coverage. Jaden Bradley able to get downhill. He had 13 points in that half, and then getting to the middle of the lane. And watch Braden Burries relocate to the right corner for that catch and shoot 3. Burries got off to a tough start with 2 air balls, but he bounced back in a big way.
3 in double figures for the Wildcats, accounting for 36 of their 44. Bradley, Burries, Pete. Joseph Tugler leading Houston with 10. Again, Flemings only 6. Emmanuel Sharp had some foul trouble. He only had 5 in the first half. Let's check in with Chris Butler.
Kelvin Sampson told me he thought some of his inexperience showed. Mercy Miller ball watching when Braden Burries hit that 3, and then allowing Jaden Bradley too many easy runs into the basket. He said, listen, Arizona's good, but we have to get better at doing some of our core defensive principles.
Chris, thank you. Almost all the time, Jay, as you well know, when you do a Houston game or watch a Houston game, it's being played the way Houston wants it played. But it feels like it's a pretty good battle between these two. Arizona's still getting a lot of the things that they like to do here tonight.
Well, both of these teams like to dictate to the other. And Houston dictates with their defense and with their physicality.
And we are waiting on one of the officials. Doug Sermon's telling us an equipment malfunction, and he pointed to the whistle that he has around his neck. So I think we have a malfunctioning whistle for Marcus Pettigrew, who's the official that we don't see on the floor right now. Doug Sermon says he'll be right out, and here he comes.
Can't the alternate official give up his?
We are ready to go. With Arizona up by 8 as the second half begins here for the championship game of the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City.
I think Houston has to do whatever it can to get Kingston Flemings going. He only had 6 shot attempts in that first half. Arizona did a good job of getting the ball out of his hands.
Sharp gets an early look here in the second half. Can't hit it. And it is out of bounds to Arizona.
I thought that went off Krivas.
Remember, Houston rather does not have a challenge anymore, so they can't challenge any kind of an out-of-bounds play. Or maybe the hand behind his head.
Yeah, looked like it rolled off his back.
Arizona still has its challenge. Houston does not. Karchenkov, nicely done.
Just that screen from Koa Pete got him going downhill. Another ball screen coverage not handled as well as you expect from Houston. There's the short roll again.
First points of the night for Karchenkov, who averages 10. And Arizona now leads by 10.
Take a look at that screen. Chris Sinek Jr. has to be up there to help contain that, up to touch.
The foul on Koa Pete, just his first. Remember, Tobe Awaka picked up 3 in the first half, and Mo Krivas picked up 2. Each of them only played about 7 minutes in that first half, and still Arizona leads. Flemings no. Karchenkov ahead to Burries. Takes a bump, can't finish. Bradley tries to run it down, but it's out of bounds to the Cougars, and Flemings slow to get up at the other end.
He was down for an extended period, holding his ankle.
And we can see from the motion there from Doug Sermons, him saying to Flemings, you're kicking your leg out on the shot. And you could see he did there with the right leg. So Sermons didn't call it on him, but said you got to stop doing that. Tugler into Krivas, got it back, and Pete got it.
What a recovery by Koa Pete. You think you have an opening and it closes down. You got to get past Krivas, and then Pete comes over.
Karchenkov. And knocked out of bounds. Still Arizona ball and plenty of time on the shot clock.
Karchenkov fortunate he didn't get a walk called on him when he came to that 2-footed jump stop and then pivoted again.
Jay, this Arizona team was 13th in the AP poll in the week before the season began, as Pete lays it in, but they were in the top 5 every single week of play during the season, including 9 consecutive weeks as they started 23-0, and they are playing at that level right now in this game.
No team has been any more consistent from the start of the year till now than Arizona.
Bringing you College Game Day takes an all-star team. So when it's their time to shine, we make sure they have what they need to succeed. It's why we cater to Kai and her impeccable taste. Invest in Todd and all the light he brings. And support Miles, who always brings the hype. We champion the talent on our team, same way you champion yours. Principal, proud sponsor of College Game Day.
Eczema is unpredictable, but you can flare less with Ebglyss. A once-monthly treatment for moderate to severe eczema that helps you spend less time managing your symptoms.
Ebglyss can deliver real and lasting results, like skin that's still more clear at 1 year.
Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Clearer skin, itch relief. Once monthly dosing with or without topicals. You can flare less with Ebglyss. Talk to your doctor about Ebglyss for eczema.
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
Douglas Jr.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So, what do you guys think?
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with those windows.
Anderson makes it easy. They are the #1 trusted window and door brand.
Oh, I love those windows.
They're built to last. Gorgeous windows.
What a difference.
Anderson. Gosh, I love those windows.
They're magnificent.
You know, in a world where a lot can go wrong, trust your home to Anderson. I trust them. I trust them more.
Championship weekend continues tomorrow on ESPN.
He is on fire. Oh my goodness, he is him. This is as March as it gets.
The SEC and American Championship, Sunday on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Ticking clock.
They're going to play it out.
Chanting crowd. All around you, they're screaming at the top of their lungs. But the voice inside your head is whispering.
Bradley trying to do it himself.
Game.
He does. He hit it.
Man, that's a big moment. That's something for you in the backyard.
That's your Big 12 Player of the Year, Jaden Bradley.
Man, when you're in the backyard, you don't have 20,000 people in the stands, and Killian Torrey playing a great defense on you. But what a play Jaden Bradley made, the Player of the Year in the Big 12. And think of all the other great players in the Big 12 this year. Bradley gets that award, and Bradley has been great tonight. Arizona with its largest lead of the game right now. Sanak draws a foul on Pete. That'll be his second. Chris.
Should have stayed home and watched it on Fubo.
Download the app to start watching football.
Meet Brittany before she discovered this. Cringy emails, endless revisions, and the dread of sending work messages. Before she had this app, Brittany proofread everything like her job depended on it, because it kinda did. Brittany's inbox used to be a graveyard of unsent drafts. Now she writes and sends in seconds. Grammarly is an AI writing tool that helps you write faster, smarter, and stress-free. You can rewrite anything, texts, emails, essays, and more to sound professional, casual, or exactly how you want. Just select and tap your desired tone. It also fixes all your grammar and spelling mistakes automatically, so no more embarrassing typos or last-minute panic edits. It works everywhere across all of your apps, and it's totally free. Go try it now and see how much easier writing can be.
Wrist. The whistle.